Hi everyone, welcome back to Life with MaryAnn and Joe and our Fall 2023 home tour. Enjoy! In the foyer, I tried to create a welcoming scene for our guests that enter and give them that cozy feeling of fall that we all have in the back of our minds about what fall is all about. So I chose to use traditional colors, the oranges, the yellows, the pine cones, the pumpkins, the lantern, blanket, pillows, things that are reminiscent of our ideas of fall. And I think it is a very welcoming scene. In the music room, I decided to go with a more somber palette to give that relaxed feeling of when we're in that room listening to the piano. And I tried to incorporate some of the golds and neutrals in this room that I thought complemented the furnishings. And also here and there a little bit of other musical instruments. As you could see in that piece I created, there was a French horn in there, and then I repeat a French horn again on the mantle. This cascading garland down the side of the piano was created so that it would balance out the weight that I have on the mantle. So I did an asymmetrical garland on the mantle and then the asymmetrical garland on the piano. Autumn Leaves, what a great song. Before I actually finished in here, I did some inspiration videos. That was one of the mantles I created. There was another one. This is all in the same room. I did this all before I finally did my final mantle in here. That's another one. It was a very whimsical one, using scarecrows and pumpkins and whatnot. And then a grape-themed one. But I knew all along that I was going to go with a more toned-down palette, golds and browns and so on. That's what I wanted for this room, to continue that calming effect. So once again, you see here, I use a lot of natural elements along with the browns, the golds, the neutrals, and also branches from the yard to create that fall look. Sometimes you don't need a lot. Here, just have a simple glass platter with some leaves and a sunflower in it. Here in the dining room, I also chose to go with a more neutral palette because it is right across from the music room. But before I did this, I did some inspiration videos for you guys. Here was the Fantasy Floral Runner, and here was another picture of that Fantasy Floral Runner. Then I also did a very traditional orange and yellow arrangement with some neat ideas for seatings if you had some special event. But that was all for fantasy. My idea always was to do neutral in here, and always with the bountiful harvest idea in mind, because it is the dining room and I just think it's appropriate. So I used a combination of pumpkins, apples, pears, and grapes. There's a little peek at my bay window with its whimsical greeting to the outside world. Here in the china closet, I continued with the harvest idea, using plates that were white with a green edging and some pumpkins and grape themed ideas here, just to be consistent in the room. You can see it in the vases, you can see it in the arrangements, you can see it in the pottery that I have in there. So always continuing that theme. Here on the sidebar, I created another bountiful harvest scene using the neutrals and the gourds. Look how pretty that looks. I have to say so myself. I think that's very, very inviting looking. Here in the kitchen, over the mantle of the stove, I created another bountiful harvest vignette using vibrant orange leaves, oranges, grapes, and wicker and rattan for texture. Still in the kitchen, over by the table, I have a 3-tiered shelf on the wall, which I created very heavy asymmetrical garland on, along with these accessories. Oh, by the way, that's half a basket. I cut it in half so it would fit in that shelf. Yeah, you can cut baskets in half. It's easy. Just use a saw, but be careful. Here we are in the family room, and here I am using, again, oranges and burgundies, the traditional fall colors. This is the room that we sit in the most, and I wanted it to feel like autumn for us here, because that's what we, both MaryAnn and myself, think of as autumn, the oranges and the burgundies and whatnot. Here on the mantle, I created a cascading garland, and I had inspiration from a few pictures I saw of, a lot of things spilling off of the side around doorways and whatnot. So here I created a bountiful harvest again idea, I guess, but I used wicker baskets. Now the base of this was chicken wire, which made it very easy for me to accessorize. I used branches from the yard. I used these vibrant orange leaves, and I used wicker baskets, which I actually wired to each other and to the chicken wire so that it would give that cascading look. And then I just filled them with pumpkins and pine cones and flowers and so on. This area of the family room we call the library. And you can see there's my Harry Potter book right there. And I decided to create this little Halloween vignette just yesterday because it was raining and I couldn't finish my fall decor outside on the porch. So I decided, let me put this little vignette together. And actually we got those little booties from somebody, and that served as the inspiration. So I figured, hey, why not? So here, very simple, very calming. Again, this is a room that I might sit in to read, and I don't want a lot of distractions. On the wall unit right here, I used a variety of items, again, based in the oranges and the burgundies. And I think that shelf, I don't know why, that just looks so autumn to me, that particular shelf. Those copper pieces we have had for 30 years, and we both love them. We remember going crazy shopping for them. We spotted them in a store and we went wild looking for them. They were like all over the place. This store used to be called Harbor Freight, I think, and it was like a crazy store, but you could find something if you really looked. And there is the family room and my 4x4 pumpkins that I created a few years back. All right, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. I would so appreciate it if you would subscribe, comment, and give me a thumbs up. Take care. Bye-bye.